Blackbeard algae. Identification. Very common type of algae, soft and hard to remove and black in color. BBA can grow anywhere in your tank where light intensity is high. Causes of BBA. First, insufficient or irregular CO2 dosing. Second, low amount of water flow. Third, unscheduled photosynthetic period. Fourth, overdosing of fertilizer, especially imbalance of micronutrients or trace element. Control, change huge amount of water weekly, approximate 50% to 80%. Try to keep iron content around 0.05 to 0.1 mg per liter. If you are unable to measure the iron content of the water with a water test, then stop dosing iron for some weeks. Manually remove it, how much you can. You people can use cecum excel and hydrogen peroxide on affected areas. Increase your CO2 dosing. Blanket weed algae. Identification. Very common algae in planted aquarium, its green color. This algae prefer to attach in any hardscape elements and on the plants also. It spread like a mat and very hard to remove. Causes of weed algae. First, high amount of minerals, nitrate, and phosphate in water is the main cause. Second, high light intensity. Third, when water temperature increases, the algae tends to grow faster. Control. You can use any floating plants in initial stage. Floating plants absorbs extra nutrient from the water, and also reduce the light intensity. If possible, move away your fish in another tank for few weeks. Remove algae manually how much you can. Use UV sterilizer to prevent of growing algae. Brown diatom. Introduction. This is a single-celled algae, brownish in color. Generally starts from a spot and rapidly spread, can cover the tank over in just 5 days. Commonly found in freshwater tanks. Causes of diatoms. First, excess silicates and nitrates. Second, inadequate light. Third, low oxygen level. In planted tanks, plants release oxygen. When plant gets sufficient photosynthetic condition in water, then more oxygen comes out. Control. Rub substrate, gravel, and aquarium wall as much you can. Clean your filter media. 50% water change weekly is very important. Use silicate adsorbing resin, cecum phosgard. Increase the lighting period, 6 to 8 hours per day. Some catfish like Plecostomus and Otocinclus love to eat diatoms. Blue-green algae. Introduction. The BGA is actually a bacteria called cyanobacteria. It's also a nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Commonly found in planted aquarium and marine aquarium, on hardscape elements, and along the front of the aquarium glass, where light intensity is high. Causes. When nitrate and phosphate in water is high. When water is still, lack of water flow, lack of mixing. Water patterns are stable for a week. Control. Best way to prevent cyanobacteria is uses of sterilizer, twinster or DIY twinster. Stop dosing fertilizer for some days. Turn of light for 4 to 7 days. Clean filter media twice in week. Use hydrogen peroxide to remove green spot from the hardscape elements. Hydrogen peroxide is harmful for fish and shrimp. Green dust algae. Causes of green dust algae. Nitrogen peaks, caused by magnesium nitrate or urea, can trigger it. Imbalance of CO2 also a big factor. Control. Do a huge water change. Stop dosing fertilizer for 1 week. Turn light of for 1 week, after 1 week again change massive amount of water and clean you filter media. This process will be continued 3 to 4 times, after that follow the dosing given below. CO2 content is approximate 20 to 30 mg per liter. 10 to 25 mg per liter of nitrate. 5 to 10 mg per liter of potassium. 0.1 to 1 mg per liter of phosphate. Less than 10 mg per liter of magnesium. Do subscribe the channel to see part 2 of the video. Thanks for watching.